You make your way towards the school building where several students already has gathered in the entrance. All kinds of people from all walks of life are here. Some what looks like exact copies of themselves, some larger than the average human, and some completely transparent. It doesn't strike you as unusual, as this is a school after all for students with superpowers. And soon enough, everyone has gathered, and two people arrive from inside the school. One is a older, rougher man, maybe in his 50s, late 40s. He's tall and intimidating. He's wearing clothes like a tenured professor at the university. Even if he looks gruffer than the other man, he still looks well maintained. Beard neatly trimmed and no obvious imperfections on his clothes. The man beside him seems to be a lot bit younger, maybe in his late 20s. He's not as tall as the other man, but still quite tall. He's dressed in a professional suit and has a very prim appearance upon him. He has a more pretty boy aesthetic to him, contrasting the other man's more traditional masculine appearance. Both of them looks over all of the students, waiting in the last of them to arrive. And not before long, the larger of the men takes a step forth and starts speaking. Okay, looks like everyone has arrived. I am Principal Mohammed Stone, and you are all welcome here to Thomas Gustafsson Memorial High School for the Supernatural Gifted. I hope you all have a wonderful time at this school, and I hope you all have a wonderful experience here. If you have any questions, you can come to my office whenever you feel like it. I am here most of the time. Now, I will go to the other class. I will leave you in the capable hands of Magnus here. I hope you all will have a good time here at Thomas Memorial High. And he starts leaving, almost as quickly as he came. As he leaves, the other man takes a few steps forth and starts speaking to you all. Well, hello everyone, my name is Magnus Gunnarsson, and I will be your homeroom teacher the coming years here. Every single one of you are part of the newly formed Class 1A. Take a good look at students around you, because they will be your classmates and friends the coming years. Now, we should go through a few things before we start the tour. As all of you probably already know, this school is meant to give a safe harbor and school experience to students that have supernatural powers of any kind. Remember, if you ever get any problem with your powers, them being overwhelming or starting to cause trouble not only to you but the people around you, you can always visit one of those teachers. Every single one of us are in some way experienced with power usage or is in some way connected with the superhero community. So we have already seen most of the things that can be seen. Do not feel any shame of coming to us for whatever your problem are. Now you should always remember, this school is not only a place where you are going to learn how to control your powers, but also have as close to normal experience of high school as possible. While I do appreciate you keeping up with your homework and doing everything that you're supposed to, do not be afraid to see connection with other students around here. Everyone here is in the same boat, and I believe everyone here will be quite welcoming to you, whatever your origin might be. Now, I will just say one more thing before we start the tour. And he straightens up a bit and starts shouting out into the hallway. Mary, please come! I need your assistance! And close beside him, there appears a specter of darkness and green light, covered in vines and different flora. And upon her head appears a single rose. Magnus looks upon all of you and says, okay everyone, this is Mary. She's officially designated as the administrator, safekeeper, and secretary of the school. She is what you would call a nature spirit, and this entire school area is her domain. If you ever are in any kind of trouble on school ground, just shout out after her. While she does respond best to Mary, she responds to any kind of name or designation as long as you wish her to come. This, however, only works within the school area. She cannot appear outside, so keep that in mind. She's informed in most things about this school, So if you have any questions, you should be able to answer them. If you ever feel that the situation is getting out of control, either if it's your own power or through some outside force, you can call to her and she will safely guide you to a place where you can be safe. Now, thank you, Mary. You can return to your duties. And as soon as she's appear, she dissipates into the shadows once again. Okay, everyone, we will be taking the tour first towards the classrooms, and after that, as he speaks, someone starts appearing behind him, just walking casually to whatever he's going. Magnus notes it and looks over to him. Ah, Callum, I didn't know you were here today. Yeah, I had some business to attend to. It's a lot of things that need to be prepared before tomorrow. I see. Well, everyone, you might already know this man. This is Callum Morgan. He is also known as Iron Knight. Hello, kids. I hope you all have a good time here at school. If you excuse me, I'm quite busy. And he starts moving away. Okay. Most of you won't be seeing much of him since he is primarily the teacher of the hero course, but you might be able to catch a glimpse of him here and there upon the school grounds when he's not busy. Oh, where was I? Ah, yeah, at the tour. Okay, Ron, keep close. Make sure that no one gets lost, and I shall begin the tour. We will start with the classroom, and after that we'll be going to the auditorium, and Magnus starts rambling up a few locations before starting the tour, giving you a layout of the school before you actually start here. The tour lasts a little bit over an hour, just to explain where every safety exit are, where all the rooms are, and giving each one of you a little map to help you remember. And you were told to ask Mary for directions if you ever found yourself not knowing where to go. As the tour ended by the cafeteria, Magnus excused himself and told you that after lunch you were free to do whatever you wished for the day. You sat down together and started eating. After munching through the food in a glorious haste, the air around you starts to be filled with conversation as the other student seems to almost trying to attract their clique of like-minded individuals. You, having met before, naturally drew to each other to sit together.
So, who else do you think is in the hero class with us? May looks around at their new classmates.
Alex said it was someone named Emiko, so probably a girl.
You think it's the invisible girl? May nods behind her.
I first thought it was the giantess, but it doesn't seem like it.
Oh yeah, where did she go?
She's up there by the round tables.
Melora points over to the round tables further away.
Oh yeah, there she is. Wow. Yeah.
She's almost Atlantean tall. She's a bit taller, but she's still pretty tall.
Wait, are you people that tall? Like you Atlanteans?
Well, I'm actually kind of on the shorter side of an Atlantean. You should see my brother. He's 2 meters, almost.
Wow. So do all Atlanteans... sorry if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. Can all Atlanteans shapeshift?
Well, kind of. I mean, it's not something we do usually. It's not like we think about it, at least. It's just something that we do.
Can you just turn into water, or can you turn into other liquids?
Oh, I can turn into ice.
And she quickly turns into her ice form.
Okay.
Whoa.
Damn.
Your sudden transformation makes some of the students in the class start looking at you for just a little while before returning to their food. It seems that, while impressive and eye-taking, it's not that too unusual for most of them.
So yeah, that's I can turn into, I guess, different stages of water.
That's really cool, Mel.
Thanks. I really like your powers too, May.
Thanks. And she smiles, almost embarrassed.
Does that mean you can turn into plasma?
What's plasma?
It's like the form of state of matter that comes after vapor.
I don't know. I don't think I've tried before.
In that case, you maybe shouldn't try it. It might be dangerous. It's like super hot. It's like super hot. It's like really fucking hot. The things that the sun is made out of.
Oh, yeah, probably not a good idea then.
Do you get harder when you turn into mist, or do you like stay room temperature?
I do tend to get a bit warmer, but it's a bit difficult to explain. It's not like I feel myself going warmer. I just turn into like hotter, humid air, I guess.
So you turn yourself hot.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I haven't really thought about how I do it. I just do.
Mac looks and then, like, you realize what he just said, starts blushing. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. I meant you become warmer. Not that you're ugly or anything, or. Oh god.
Melora just laughs a bit.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's okay. I understand you meant nothing wrong. You don't seem to be that kind of a guy.
And hey, Mel, I really like your hair. Is it your natural hair color?
Oh, yeah, it actually is. I really like your hair too. It's super pretty. It's like mermaid hair.
Oh, you haven't seen the half of it.
Wow!
May smiles brightly as her hair switches color to a reverse version of Melora's blue locks.
Mel's eye sparkle with fascination.
That is so cool! Oh, it's so pretty!
Thank you. It's like I can control light, so I can also sort of control what lights hit me and don't hit me. So, yeah, I can switch color. It's kind of pointless, but it's fun.
That's so cool.
As your conversation continues, all of a sudden, one of the girls in the class sits right beside Mac and starts speaking. Hey, you're one of the Star Brothers, right?
Well, that's a fine how do you do.
I'm sorry. My name is Senya. But you're Maximilian, right?
You can call me Mac.
Well, Mac, you see, I have something for you. And she starts digging through one of her pockets and pulls out the letter, giving it to you. Some guy from the other class told me to give you this. He said it was important. Oh. By the way, do you know anyone named May?
Mac just nods across the table towards the newly blue-haired girl.
May waves.
She immediately brightens up a bit. Oh! And starts rumming around her pockets again and pulls another letter towards you, May. Same guy said he wanted me to give you this.
Thanks. She accepts the letter.
No problem. Hey, Mac,
Yeah?
do you think it's possible I might get to meet your brother sometimes? I would really just meet them. Try to pick their brains about some things.
Mac looks at this girl and looks very uncomfortable with this situation.
After seeing your discomfort in it, she decides not to press further.
As the girl continues speaking and trying to get the majority of the attention, from Mac and May. Homeron gazes upon her and try to really see why she is so keen on them, why she's so interested.
Well, try to read her, and the way she just talked to Mac, distancing herself from him when he seemed uncomfortable. You feel like it's she asked him because she has a genuine interest in talking to his brother, but it seems to be more restrained, less of a fangirl want, more akin to something like a journalist searching for the latest scoop, more than anything else. Well, thank you for your time. Hey Mac, if you ever change your mind, just tell me. Oh, I know. I can buy you some ice cream sometime. Are you free this Wednesday?
Oh no, Wednesday will not work because I'm going to Mel, we were supposed to do that thing. You know, the thing?
Mel just kind of stares at him blankly for a couple of seconds.
Oh, the thing. Oh yeah, on Wednesday. Yeah, no. He's busy with me. We're going on a date.
Mac starts sputtering.
Aren't you a charmer? Well, I have some other things to do. Good luck on the date, you two. And she starts going off, still as chipper as before.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Mac, did we have plans on Wednesday?
It seems you do now.
I don't know. I was just trying to think of things that humans do when they hang out. Isn't it called a date?
Mac takes a deep breath. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh no, I said something wrong, didn't I?
There might be some rumors that start about us very soon.
Oh no.
After finishing your meal, each one of you separate and starts going your own way. Just exploring the school a little bit before going towards your dorms. The dorms are newly decorated and has not been lived in yet. And on the first floor, Max sits in his room, slouching a bit in the couch while huffing out a exhausted sigh after the first day of school. On the table before him sits the letter he received during lunch, almost taunting him to open it.
Mac, with a carefree and almost casual attitude, picks up and opens the letter.
You pick it up and rip it open in a casual manner, and before long you have it unfold in your hands. The letter is written by hand, and the handwriting is not very impressive. You read it and it says in bold letters, "I know about your brothers. Come and see me at the Central Park before midnight." There's no name signed, it's completely anonymous.
Mac gets a small smirk on his face while he reads the letter. He sits and contemplates it, letting out a small chuckle to himself. Then he gets up and walks out of the room and walks towards where he thinks May's room is.
As you start to go towards the room beside you, you believe this might be the room May is in. You're quite certain you saw her silhouette inside a window as you arrived at the dorms earlier. You stand before the door and with a confident knock, you hammer away at her door.
May jumps at the sudden noise and she peeks from her position in the chair. Who is it?
Mac, in a jovial tone, says with a loud voice, "It is camp security, ma'am. We heard there's a problem."
What? No, there's no problem. It's all cool in here. What are you? Who called you?
You did, ma'am. Don't you remember?
May looks at her phone, which is over at her drawer. And she can't remember calling anyone in the past few hours.
I'm pretty positive I didn't call you.
Nevertheless, she steps closer to the door.
Ma'am, it's important that you let us in.
May is about to protest again when she realizes that she kind of recognizes that voice.
Mac?
It is quiet outside of the door, almost like the person on the other side is contemplating something.
Mac, if it's you, it's not funny. I'm kind of in the middle of something.
She hears apologetic, much weaker. Sorry, I thought it would be funny.
May sighs and opens the door.
I mean, it was a little funny, but it's kind of a bad time. Was it? What is it?
You got a letter too, right? At the cafeteria.
May quickly hides a crumpled up note behind her back.
Yeah?
Were you also filled with a vague threat about knowing family members, with ominous tone? You know, the usual villain stuff?
May stares at Mac for several seconds, blinking. And then she laughs out loud.
You got, yeah, oh, I completely forgot, you got that too.
Mac, obviously much more relaxed and not taking this as serious. May. Let's add a nonchalant. Yeah, obviously.
Oh, okay, great, that's great.
And May quickly straightens out the paper in her hands and shows the letter to Mac.
While the letter is crumpled up, you can still see the words clearly. It's the same handwriting as in yours, and it's same vague threat. I know about your mother. Come to the park around midnight. Again, anonymous, no signature or anything.
Uh-huh. Yep, exactly the same. Standard villain stuff. Vaguely threatening. Picking up a time and place to meet up. Yep.
Wait, do you, receive these a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot, but there are some people who have some kind of obsession with the classics.
Oh, weird. Okay. Wait, so I guess yours was about your brothers?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what do we do? Do you, call someone? Should I call my mom?
Mac looks at it contemplating. We are supposed to be heroes.
I mean, or at least studying to be, yeah?
And what would a hero do when a villain sends him a threatening message of a time and place to meet up?
May looks down at her letter and then back up at Mac. I'm guessing you have more experience in this?
Well, when this happens, you usually don't call someone. You just arrive there, with maybe some backup in order to not scare the villain away, so you can arrest the perpetrator.
Oh, okay, so this is like a mission.
I guess. We also don't know if this is a test by the teachers.
You're right. It could be. Should we... Maybe the test is that we need backup.
Probably.
May is fidgeting a bit at the door, looking over her shoulder. Should we... Okay, we should get backup, right? And then go to the park. Is that... yeah, that's... Yeah, let's do that.
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm so glad it's you two, Mac, that this is happening too.
You're glad I'm being threatened by a potential villain?
No, I was so freaking out when I thought it was just someone, I don't know, one of my, something about my mom. It's so relieving that it's not just me.
I guess I will take that as a compliment.
Please do. May grabs her jacket and steps out of her dorm room. Okay, so do we get Melora and... Was it Home Run? Home
Run, yeah. Those are the only two people we at least know the capability of.
Yeah, except for the prefects.
Of course, but if it is a test, it will probably be cheating to get our upperclassmates to help us.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, let's go get Home Run and Melora.
Yes, let's gather the troops.
And both of you leave, going to the upper floors of the dorm to gather both Melora and Home Run for a little trip to the park.